Okay, let's do this! It's a lot more energetic than I actually feel. In my ongoing quest to push and find the limits of what I can do exercise-wise, I may have taken it a step too far. I tried a routine Mrs. recommended back when she was training for like her 5k run stuff. And yeah, I literally cannot stand. At least not without a great deal of pain. Literally the simple act of elevating myself is such exquisite agony that I'm just going to sit here with ice packs on my thighs and hope for the best. Oh, it's a Majora's Mask remake boss. I didn't realise the Storm Gang had that giant goofy eye in the middle. It's actually sort of a side effect of the very minor upscaling and polishing the emulator does. I could ramp it up even further than this. I could put intense anti-aliasing on, I could upscale resolutions for textures. I don't, because if I do that and record, my PC threatens to catch a light, so... I'm basically playing this at a very slightly better visual quality than the actual PS3 would have been able to provide. That's what I'm doing right now. Just being able to play on my my 1080 monitor, television, without having to worry too much about any blurriness or murkiness in general. In fact, if you compare this to the videos of when I actually attempted to do a straight up LP of this game, you'll notice a visual difference, let's just put it that way. So yeah, the storm beasts that we've been running from in the past 2 levels, yeah, they're just going to be all over this goddamn arena, and constantly trying to smack us in the face. There's 2 ways you can do this. Either you get yourself a nice ranged weapon and or ranged spell. You target all these arseholes. That buggered put me up entirely. God damn it. But yeah, you target them and hope for the best. That's one way to do this. Your alternative is to grab this thing. The Storm Ruler. Now you'll notice while we're standing over here, none of the creatures come anywhere nearby this little area. And the reason, well, from a gameplay perspective, the reason is so the devs know you actually about to pick it up without getting killed. The lore perspective reason is because it can do this. Yeah, someone was watching their Uniyasha. Now the range on the Storm Ruler is not terribly great. For anyone who perhaps hasn't played Demon's Souls but has played some of the Dark Souls series and is now wondering, yes, the Storm... I think it's still called the Storm Ruler, isn't it? That you get in the Yorm fight in DS3 is a direct reference to this weapon. Yeah. Now admittedly, it doesn't have quite the same lore implications that it does here. Because in this, the Storm Ruler is like a ceremonial weapon slash shamanic totem. This enables the head shaman of the Shadow Tribe to control the storms and to commune with the I say real, whatever the version of the Storm King was originally before demonic forces created this facsimile or corrupted it. Again, I don't think with the Storm King it's ever made particularly clear whether he's like a facsimile of what the tribes believed was supposed to be here, whether he is the Storm King they worshipped, like warped and corrupted by dark powers. And he hoves into view. Ow! Oh, good. The texture for the arrows it fires isn't loading. I'm getting like the purple, like special effect that comes off when you get this sort of fleshy and organic. The actual arrows, the bone shards, those didn't load, did they? That's going to make this interesting. Now I'm just running around here in the open. God, you got so many target points as well. But the reason I'm just running around blindly in the open like this is that he is pretty much a non-threat to me at this level. As I've mentioned before, Demon's Souls bosses, especially the Archdemons, tend to be gimmick fights. So obviously the gimmick here is that you have to fight him at range. There is no melee option to do this. Even using the Storm Ruler, which is rather interesting. Yeah, I couldn't see the bow shards. What was I saying? Yes, even using the Storm Ruler, you're still fighting at distance. The Storm Ruler itself actually has basically no stat requirements. So even as a level 1 character, at no level, you can still use the Storm Ruler. Now, sadly, I can't remember if the DS3 version has the same restriction, but outside of the actual boss arena here, the big slashy wind effect, no, sorry, you don't get that. No fun allowed outside of the boss room. I think I'm trying to remember. I think there's actually a way you can trick the game into letting you still do it. I might be confusing that with an exploit from Majora's Mask though. But whatever. And the Giant's Mask. And Thea's Deity Mask. And there's a lot of games throughout the years who've tried to do that, make a a weapon or item that you keep outside of a certain area, only have a special effect in that area. People always find a way around it. But yeah, sadly, the big wind blast you don't get to do. What you do get is the largest knockback in the entire game. Yeah, I mentioned before that knockdown effects in Demon Souls are ridiculous anyway. But Storm Ruler? Yeah, you smack someone with a two-handed powerful attack. Storm Ruler, they will slide for decades. They'll still be sliding when their children are attempting to play the game in retro. It really is that ridiculous. Again, very fun weapon for PvP, which, again, sadly, is not a thing that anyone will be able to do, unless the wonderful folks at RCPS3 managed to get a version of netplay working, like the chaps who run Project 64 did. Or even Movement 64. If those wonderful folks can figure out... saved by the regenerator ring, basically, there. It regened just enough of my HP before that could finish killing me. That's more clutch than I realised. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah. If I wasn't a ridiculous level, what I should have done is hidden in that building I just found the holy arrows in. And that should have been my strat, just hide in that tiny building, smack him when he comes nearby. Yeah, you don't even have to use the Storm Rule. If you've got a decent bow or some ranged spells, you can do it like that. That's absolutely fine. But yeah, you do have to kill him from a distance. That's sadly not optional. Check my messages, because the lovely lady's trying to get my attention. Ah. She's currently perusing Good Omens. The original book version, actually. See what she makes of that. I've been trying to get her to watch the TV adaptation. She wasn't particularly interested, but perhaps if she enjoys the book, she will watch it. We'll see. Legendary large sword with a thorny blade, named for the one who calms the storms. It said the ancestors of the Shadowmen rendered the storms and clouds in the sky with it. Yeah, so unfortunately, it's actually less powerful than it's supposed to be. After that, that's like it's powered down. Like the height of the Shadow Men's rule. It's implied, well, it's stated in the description there. You can literally split weather formations with the thing. So yeah. Oh well. I'm curious as to what they'd do with that if they ever did an actual remake of this game. Oh well, we'll see. Drop off all the shit that I don't need. Don't need that sadly because it's now useless to me for the rest of the game since I won't ever really need to use it.
To you.
I said don't ever use it. There's an optional enemy.
Thank God.
I can't remember how you get the...
Sometimes I stop and wonder.
How do you get the key to access it?
How I ended up in the Nexus in the first place. Why didn't I protect my wife and daughter, even if it meant being slain by the demons? Please forgive me. I am over it now.
All of the stages of grief in Whiplash Speed. Yeah. There's a quite powerful NPC that used to fight in Boletaria, actually. The original king of Boletaria, who was like being resurrected. It's not quite clear whether it's because of the demons or like
I am one our human.
Sort of such an outrage to what his descendant Aland has done to the kingdom that he comes back from the goddamn dead.
I am I can.
He is basically supposed to be. I think he's supposed to be the chap that the intro talks about, the king of a small indigenous land that was originally entrusted with a fragment of Archstone. But yeah, you can free him and fight
Is that you again?
for the right to possess one of his weapons.
Do you have further gifts to offer?
Maybe. I just want to see if the soul I got can be used by you at all. Yes, anti-magic field. Oh my god. Again, an absolutely great spell. It's like the original version of Great Magic Barrier from Dark Souls. completely just nerfs all magic in
We
the
must
area.
defeat the
It also kills
Yes,
your PS3,
but you must.
quite infamously. Like, the particle effect they use for it is so taxing on the PS3, it's been known to cause crashes. So basically no one ever used it. Like, especially with the additional strain of like trying to host an invader, you could semi-nuke your system. It was that intense.
So the world might be mended.
In sort of PvE, yeah, in PvE it's not particularly useful. There's no, I don't think there's any enemies that particularly use like massively damaging magic. At least by the time you get the spell, you're probably not going to be that bothered. There's other options, much simpler and more effective, to be quite frank, in terms of like rings, shields, ways around magic damage, so you probably never would bother. Keep upping my health. Because like I said, I'm too busy like chatting and blathering.
Art thou done? Mean that?
So yeah, it's probably a good idea just to have a bit more health, just in case, well, not even just in case, for when my chatting catches me out. Okay. Now, same as we did before, we're going to quickly walk back, do a few of the World Tendency events, show you guys what those are and how they work. We'll push ahead to the next level, which is the Valley of Defilement, which I'm really looking forward to. Because what I tend to do ordinarily, when I haven't, like I said, had such a gap since I played,
Hello.
I'd normally bun rush level 5.
This is where the ancient barbarians
Get a bunch
offered
of stuff
their
and go like that.
heroes to the winds. To seek winds in life and meet winds in death. That was
The code of the
warrior's
parts.
code. And all that's left here now is a fine pile of dust.
I've never been so wrong about a dig. I've disgraced the Blige line of grave robbers.
I love the idea.
I've
It's
never
just
been so wrong.
an entire like family business of
But
this
a bit
shit.
of
Like, oop. I can hear, yeah, some more messages. Oh, she's enjoying the story. She has a few questions about who plays who in the TV adaptation. Well, you have to wait and see, won't you, sweetheart? You're the one who decided you wanted to read the book first. Okay. Where was I? Yes, exploring and doing stuff like that. It's all good. It's quite interesting looking into, like, the weird history of development for these games as well. In fact, just for my own amusement, I've been looking at a lot of weird history lately. Makoto. Magic Sword, the original Chaos Blade. Damages your health as you possess it, but this game, you have regen effects. You can counteract it. I think just with the Regenerator's Ring, actually. I think Regenerator's Ring alone will stop Makoto from damaging you too much. That's pretty decent damage. Obviously, I'm getting a penalty because I'm, not strong enough to wield it one-handed. Yeah, it's not bad at all, actually. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it does some pretty decent damage. I think it's another weapon that has to be Colourless Demon Soul upgraded, though. It's, yeah, there we go. Don't know if you're about to see it on YouTube. My health bar keeps flickering up and down as Makoto attempts to steal some life force, but then the regen ring just puts it straight back. Oh god, I love it. I could probably put like a blessed weapon on my offhand to completely negate it so the health bar wouldn't even flicker, but whatever, right? It's a fun weapon, actually. Very fun weapon indeed. Again, I need to make decisions if I'm going to bother putting some worlds into pure black, and then try to upgrade some of the unique weapons. Okay. Did a quick warp and a cut, so hopefully you guys won't have to watch a bunch of loading screens, even if they are quite short on emulator. Unfortunately, the enemies have spawned in. The dick in the corner there is Satsuki, who's going to attempt to steal our weapon from us. But we won't let him. No, we won't. We shall deny him.
You over there. You seem
Yes?
to have your head about you. Come here. I have a proposal for you. Do not be afraid. You have much to gain.
What's that? Candy in the back of your van, you say? Let's check it out.
I am Satsuki. I seek a keepsake of my father. Have you seen the sword inscribed? Makoto, I will
No.
offer you demon souls if you can help me find it.
I don't know. If you're offering demon souls, maybe I would, but...
You have found the Makoto, have you? Bless
How did
your
he
good
know?
fortune. And, well, your good work. Now, just hand the Makoto over to me.
No, don't wanna.
What on earth is wrong with you? How dare you waste my precious time?
I didn't agree to
you
do
not
jack
want
for you, mate.
demon souls?
I got plenty by myself.
Fine. Have it your way. A duel will settle this.
A duel, a fight to the death, a fisticuff, a fireball. That was just me telling you the duel was on, by the way. Catch this! That does nothing. Jesus Christ, why do I even bother? I got like 20 magic, that shouldn't be that weak. Then again, I also have a more or less fully upgraded spear, so... I remember that fight being a lot harder. Which I didn't actually give him a chance to heal. He can full heal. That's what's supposed to make the fight a bit more intense. I kind of bigged that up for no reason, didn't I? Oh, again, level 50, so... Ah well. Never mind, never mind. Back to the Nexus we go. Yeah. Perhaps it would have been more difficult to actually let him take the Makoto off me. If you give him the sword, he attacks you with it. So it's a slightly harder fight, because he does a shit ton of damage with the Makoto. He's not a slouch with his regular katana. With the Makoto, yeah, he can wreck your day. Perhaps I was overcautious. Oh well. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, speaking of the things I was speaking of earlier, the weird historical events. Something the missus has just texted me to remind me of that. I'm reminded of the reported attempting kidnapping of Johnny Cash, famed singer. Admittedly, it didn't go well. They ended up letting him go, in fact. After the detectives put out an announcement saying they were pretty sure that whoever had taken him was in fact a local grocery store attendant. Because they kept calling and asking if they wanted cash back or not. True story. Well, mostly true. Except for the lies. Doggle. Korean barbecue, anyone? Valley of Defilement. The original Blight Town. And it's even more of a pain in the arse. This place is built on the entire principle of verticality. The entire level starts here and goes down. Just constantly. Down, 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 down. I think this pretty much started Miyazaki's obsession with vertical level building. And it's a good start. It's tricky to navigate. At least the first time you come here. After you play the game, 3,000 odd times, you suddenly realise there's not actually that much to it. It's literally just the fact you're going up and down rather than left and right per se, your primary traversal method, that throws you because you're just not used to it in video games. Or in life, really. Human beings tend to move parallel rather than horizontal. Whatever. Point being, I do quite enjoy the design of it. You have lots of points like this where it looks like you've got to commit to like a drop you can't possibly come back from. That adds to a sense of hesitation and confusion. You say, oh wait, but there's a ladder here. That means I can get back up. So let me go check this thing anyway. And then you go and you realise, oh, it was actually like a walkway that went straight to that thing anyway. I could have just walked to it. There was no need to be concerned at all. And I kind of like that. You'll find several places where you'll turn around, you'll notice that the stuff you could have dropped down to, places you've already been to. It's insane. Oh god, bugs. Never noticed that before. Okay. Also, there's a lot of people playing possum, so I'm keeping half an eye out. All these plague bearers. Designed, obviously, after the plague doctors of medieval Europe. Except their faces really are like that shape. It's not a mask, these are their faces. It's an interesting design, I always thought. Is this one of the places I can drop? Maybe, possibly, can't really tell. Yeah. If it is, I'm sure I'll see it as I swing back around, it'll be fine. Hi guys. So glad I upgraded this little buckler. So it takes less damage, stamina damage when I'm doing this. Admittedly, yes, a medium shield would be more efficient all around, but I kind of like the look of my little buckler. And it's efficient for parrying with too. There we are. Anyone else? Ooh, item. Oh, hi. What are you doing breakdancing in the corner? Ooh, item. Yes. Aha. Exactly what I was talking about. You turn around, you suddenly realise there's platforms. There's platforms for me to drop to. There's goodies. There's things to get. Stuff to acquire. Ooh, there's more stuff to get over here as well, though. There's always stuff to do. Always things to get. Operate. Don't know why that amuses me. Just the fact it... Oh, God. Your adventure didn't go well, did it, son? You're just kicking down a plank, and it's like, operate. Like it's a bit of complex machinery. For some reason that just tickles me. Though I haven't forgotten about the things I just saw. I just want to quickly see if I'm going to end up where I think I am. Because again, it looks like I'm now going in a completely different direction, but if I'm right about this, even after all the twisty turning, I should basically end up below where I dropped to get those items anyway. So let's take care of the enemies. Aha, I saw you. Don't think I didn't see you. None of that, Squire. None of that whatsoever. Okay. I've taken care of more or less everything's in the general area. Take a quick look around. Nope, people getting up. Excellent. Anyone else? So I've got goodies up there I want to get. Hi! You missed! Ow! Wasn't until I tried to hit him myself that he managed to hit me. I could have just stood there and watched him flail. Yeah, well. Never mind, never mind. Yeah, don't fall down. Falling down is bad. Bad. For everybody concerned. Okay, let's go get these goodies. After I've got them, I should end up more or less exactly where I just was. So it's backtracking, but not really backtracking. It's like double tracking. Quadruple tracking. Tracking with a purpose. Not to be confused with tracking with a porpoise, which is something much wetter. Okay. Anything over here? Nope. Maybe... Oh, items down there I can go and get. Do that. Yep. Carefully does it. Aha! Item. Now, I gotta admit, Demon's Souls does have a bit of a camera issue that they sort of... they more or less fixed with Dark Souls. Where it tends to put you in a lot of situations where you just physically cannot bloody see. Like the camera is behind, like, elements of the environment. And Valley of Defilement is bloody infamous for it. Forcing you to make, like, blind drops. Just literally because you can't physically move the camera into a position where you can see what you're about to do. It's, can be irritating at times, not gonna lie. And that should be where I just came from, I think. Yeah, cool. So over here, that's the bridge that I originally walked over. Excellent. Done a nice loop. We're back again. Right. Let's abuse some spell vantage. Take care of these idiots. Ah, goddammit. Find the right angle. There we are. As much fun as it is to stand here and snipe them, we don't have all day, so... Nope. Stab. Masters of the Universe. There's another drop point to my left there. However, there's stuff I can go and get and clear out in the meanwhile first. In fact, I think I have to go this way. Yeah. No? Actually, no, I don't have to. I'm going to make my life a bit easier on myself by killing the things that are down here first. Because if this is a spot I think it is... Oh, no it isn't. But there's still items and goodies to get, so we'll do that first. I mean, why would I get less goodies rather than more? Why would that be a thing? Oh, hi. You're hiding in the dirt. Filthy. Yeah, well. that takes me to where some more of the sage stuff is, which then takes me down. Yeah, it still works. Again, double guessing myself, even though I know for a fact that everything is perfectly accessible. I'm not cutting myself off from anything. Still that moment of, not sure, I've been too long. Memory rusty. Other things happened since then. Other from games, in fact. That's always weird. When it got a similar game from the same company. And stuff you remember being true about one starts bleeding into another. Really messes with your head. I mean, the other example in this series is attempting to jump in Demon Souls because you're so used to be able to do it in every single other FromSoft game you ever played. Yeah. You know what a good game to play after this would be, actually, if I'm going to play more From games? I should load up the old PS1 emulator and boot up a copy of Kingsfield. Because I'm basically, at this point, used to the concept of medieval combat without the ability to jump. That would match up quite nicely, actually. That might be a thing I have to do at some point. Yes, ignore you. Nothing I particularly want in that room, so I'll just go around the back here, drop down the thing. I know, technical language. Stick with me, kids. I know all the cool lingo. Oh, they dance. It's like Footloose in hell. Okay, carefully does this. Because if you don't land in the garbage, I think this is a death, actually. If you manage to not land on this one spot. Landing on any of the walkways pretty much coded to kill you without the cat ring equipped, I think. Emerald Eye Stone, lovely. And anyone else? Hi! What an ambush. I never would have seen it coming. Probably should have stayed there. Would have made your life a lot simpler. Mine a lot quicker. That takes care of you. Now, can I get into position to fireball the lizard without its spot? Nope. Is the answer to my own question. Stab. Faint Stone, which I haven't said actually, have I? Faint Stone is the stuff allows you to create blessed weapons. So you do holy damage, and your weapons regen your health as long as you've got them out and equipped. And they do actually have to be out. You can't like have one in a secondary slot put away. You won't get the buff for that. It has to be actually visible on your character model for you to get the benefits. There we go. Blessed Mace, just to give you an idea of what it does. Blessed Mace itself is not actually a bad weapon. Say max that out, you can definitely complete the game with it with not too much difficulty, especially if you spec for it correctly. Admittedly, if it's a weapon you've just like come across, probably gonna have a rougher time. But it's doable, certainly doable. Yeah, this is the shortcut that takes me over to below where the big red bugs were. Oh god, rats. Yeah. That's what I was not looking forward to, these little shits. Now these critters inflict the plague status, which is about as obnoxious as it sounds. It's a superior version of poison that just drains your health bar in seconds. I think it actually does it faster the higher your health is too, if I remember correctly. Some sort of weird percentage thing going on. It's not a good time. Not a good time at all. Shard of Archstone, lovely. Crescent Grass, even better. Yes. This is a great level to come to if you want Faith stuff. It's got possibly the two best Faith weapons in the game are in this general level. One is the Istre Spear, is how you pronounce it. It is a spear that scales ridiculously well off Faith. And also the Moonlight Greatsword, or the Large Sword of Moonlight, I think it's called in this game. Which was originally a Faith weapon, I believe, not an intelligent weapon. Or at least this iteration of it was. This wasn't the first place it occurred either. The sword is a holdover from the Kingsfield games. In Pure White Tendency there's a ladder there that takes you up to where the spear is. I cannot off the top of my head remember how you get the sword. I think it's in the next level on Pure White, actually. I think. Again. Not certain. Not certain at all. They're so dopey. How did that miss? How did that miss? I swung straight through his cranium. How did that miss? Oh well. Wasn't the end of the world, but still irritating. Anyhow, we're nearly at the boss now. Now can you imagine running through all of this as like a soul level 1 character? Where literally you cannot afford to be touched by anything. You can take advantage of the fact that most of the creatures are weak to fire. Get yourself flame toss right away and just spam that at people to try and get past. Take advantage of soul form and the thief ring combined to make yourself basically invisible to everything that you encounter. But eventually you get to a stage where you've just got to try and risk it for a biscuit and just run past things, which when you're dealing with these big buggers here is it's not fun basically. I would argue that these are the least fun enemy in the game to fight, the giant depraved. Like again, because I've got a massive upgraded weapon, I can take their health down pretty quickly, but they got ridiculous amounts of hyper armor. They'll basically just swing through attacks that would normally stagger any other enemy. They are deceptively fast. They've got that weird sprint they do at you, and their attacks, pretty much all of them have a knockdown effect as well as being highly damaging. But that's not the worst part of them. The worst part is they're going to be present in the next level, which has a swamp effect that means you can run slower than normal, you can run, but you cannot roll, you can't dodge. If you're playing as a character like I am, you can't really block per se, you're gonna have a bad time. I swear this looks like it should be in Majora's Mask, just the colour scheme makes the Leechmonger look like it should be a boss from Majora's Mask. That's two things in this game that remind me of that now, actually. I wonder if Miyazaki likes Zelda. I think hasn't he actually said as much, or am I misremembering that entirely? Yeah, if you're a spellcaster, especially if you've got fire spells, yeah, this fight is pretty much a joke. Just stand here, cast fireballs over and over and over again, wreck the Leechmonger's day. Admittedly, you can do this nonsense, where he throws leech balls at you that slowly drain your health over time. I cannot remember how you get rid of them. I think you have to roll around the floor a lot to get rid of them, but we've got so much health, plus the regen ring, we don't really have to care. Just spice every now and again to top the health back up. Or top the magic back up, rather. Yeah, we're good to go. We can finish him off nice and easy. Again, even as a soul level 1 character, you stand up here with Flame Toss. A couple of the rings that enable you to boost your magic attack, not an issue. I was showing you guys how you can basically cheese the fight for the armor spider to make your life even easier. Do that, bum rush level 3-1 to get hold of Frake. So you can start changing demon souls into spells. Get fire spray. Just stand up there with a couple of items to make it more powerful. Hold L1, R1, whatever thing you've got your catalyst assigned to, and away you go. Job's a good one. In fact, just for shits and giggles, I'm basically going to do that with the boss of the next area. It's not a hard boss regardless, but I might just give you guys a little look into making a hyper mage build and just show you exactly what kind of damage multipliers we're talking about. All I'll say is keep in mind fire spray normally does like 10 damage a fireball. Just hold that number in your head and you'll see where I'm going. Also interesting to note, the amount of corpses you find in the Leechmonger's room changes depending on how many corpses have fallen down the pit. Yeah, you heard that correctly. Depending on the number of bodies that have fallen down into the void before you get to this fight, they don't have to be alive at the time, the game just keeps track of how many enemies have fallen down into the abyss. It will change the amount of corpses you find in that room, and it will match the amount of corpses that have fallen. So if you kill every enemy in the game and boot their body down there, you'll find a boss room, littered with goodies. Like just a sea of glowing item orbs, that's all you'll see. It's never used anywhere else, only happens in that one fight, and the game does absolutely nothing to bring your attention to it. That's insane. It's like insane attention to detail. Like everything that goes down should flow down. That's the design ethos of the level. So yeah, I don't know. I really like that. I think that's a really cool idea. Get rid of this crap that I don't need. Keep the equip burden as low as possible. There we go. So I can pick up even more shit, basically. That's the general idea here anyhow. Time is it? Yeah, I should be fine. I'll do a bit of setup. Yeah, quickly see if I can do anything with a soul. I think this is the one I get Poison Cloud from, if I remember that correctly.
Thank you.
I am indeed. Thank you. Let's spell Poison Cloud, there we go. Best spell in the game by a long shot. Only getting it now where I'm basically near the end.
We were wrong to...
But yeah. In case you haven't noticed, the music in the Nexus has indeed changed. It is now ominous and dire and orchestral, rather than sort of ethereal and haunting, but vaguely hopeful. It implies things are escalating somehow.
Do you have...
Now, what do you do for this? The alternative was to get cure. To cure a poison. Either cause poison or cure poison.
Yes,
Now, it's not that hard to get hold of the items that allow you to cure poison as consumables, so... don't really see a point in that spell, if I'm honest with you. And the consumable that actually cure plague operates a lot faster than that spell does, and trust me, time is of the essence with plague, trust me on that.
Soul of the lost,
Okay.
from its vessel.
I'll
Let strength. Art thou done?
do a bit of odds and ends to retune my spells for what I've got in mind. Make sure I've got the appropriate items to hand. And yeah. You guys will join me in the next episode. So until then, bye bye now.